Ladies and gentlemen, there is only two things on God's green earth that could make a man dressed in an ironic FTX hat and ironic Lehman Brothers shirt be this happy.
You're either Timothy Leary or you're just happy because the guy got shut down. Yeah, you got a $15 million payment. Or Kevin, was it
to feel like
Kevin
Christmas
O'Leary?
has come early
Forgot his
in
name.
December.
Who cares?
Number one would be losing my virginity, but thank God that has not happened. Number two would be the arrest and hopeful imprisonment of Sam Bankman-Fried. As of 1 hour ago, this notorious fraudster who we've been covering on this channel for weeks, who evaporated $32 billion of value and $8 billion of customer funds missing, has been arrested in the Bahamas and is facing extradition to the United States. And if we can get him on U.S. soil, we can make him testify for his crimes and hopefully face a very, very, very serious amount of jail time for stealing and defrauding millions of customers. This happened only an hour ago, so it's a pretty fresh story, but I want to sort of go through it with you now. So the indictment for what he's actually being charged with will be unsealed tomorrow. That's Tuesday.
And we saw this now.
A person close to the matter has revealed, according to this New York Times article, that the charges include wire fraud conspiracy, securities fraud conspiracy, and money laundering.
Bro, there's no way he dodges all of these. Like, this guy is done.
Got it with the quintuple whammy. And the thing is, I've read a lot of articles like this one for the past month now. Why hasn't Sam Bankman-Fried been arrested yet? Because I've been obsessed with this story, especially because he's been on a notorious PR tour for the past month, going around to every media outlet that'll have him and saying, oops, I fucked up.
Yeah.
And in every one of these
I mean, to be fair, he did fuck up.
Interviews, anytime someone asks him a hard question, it becomes very, very obvious that he committed fraud. He's basically been openly admitting to many, many crimes on camera, on tape, which has made his lawyers furious.
Yeah, I bet.
My lawyers chewed me the fuck out for saying I fucked up. The first thing he said after that was, they said, Sam, we have only one thing to tell you. You have to promise to never, ever say you fucked up again. I told them to go fuck themselves.
What is this dialogue? This is great. I love it. Yeah.
Well, you might want to
normal
listen to
conversation
him, Sam, because it is looking extremely likely that a lot of that's going to come back to haunt you, especially the throwing Caroline Ellison, your ex-girlfriend, throwing her under the bus, because as we mentioned, she's been spotted in New York and is likely dropping a dime on her old ex-lover, Sam Bankman-Fried. Don't want to see that sex tape. Yeah, and so she is not charged at all. Only Sam Bankman-Fried is named in this charge. And again, he has been arrested.
Well, he's the main guy. I mean, they'll probably get her too, but I mean, it's mainly about him.
Bahamian officials, and is facing extradition, but is not yet in the United States soil. Lawyers were surprised at the suddenness in the news, which is pretty funny because the rest of the world is surprised at how goddamn slow it was.
Yeah, really. Like, it took a month.
For the rest of the world, it seems very obvious this guy committed many, many, many financial crimes, and nothing gets moved on it. But I've looked more into it. So I've read a lot of articles like this one that sort of dived into differences between something like Bernie Madoff, who admitted his crimes immediately, who basically said, yeah, I'm guilty. And when the FBI showed up at his house and said, is there an innocent explanation for this? He said, no, there's not. Sam Bankman-Fried has been saying over and over again, there is an innocent explanation. I'm a goof. I'm a big, dumb goof.
Yeah, so he's going to try to ride this as long as he can, because there is a chance that he gets away with it. Now, I think that chance is vanishingly small, but it is there. And it's like, I've had a lot of 1% mount drops. I mean, I'd take the shot. I mean, like, fuck, if you're going to go to jail anyway, you might as well try to not go to jail, right? I mean, damn.
Big, curly-haired, League of Legends loving goof. And I didn't know that you couldn't take customer funds and punt it on crypto. And lie about it. I didn't know that. I didn't know you could replace all the deposits with a made-up FTT token. In fact, it seems like he still doesn't know, because as of December 9th, a few days ago, he's agreeing with this guy who says they should fire up the FTX exchange, issue a brand new FTT token, and distribute that. That's a productive plan. No, that is not the solution.
The solution is to do it again. Yeah, of course, right? Like, okay, well, maybe if we make enough, let's see, what's another game besides Monopoly? Maybe if we add enough Monopoly 2 money that we can pay back the Monopoly 1 money, and then we'll have enough Monopoly 2 money, and that way we'll still be rich. Yeah, of course.
Solution, Sam, that was the problem. That's why you're here to begin with. I made a lot of mistakes this year.
Jesus.
So, yeah, you
sure did.
But some of them weren't mistakes. Some of them seem very much like calculated intentional fraud. And from everything that I've read, the only reason, even though it seems late to us, the only reason the Justice Department would move so early to arrest this guy and try to extradite him to the Bahamas is that they have a paper trail. They have finally acquired some sort of paper trail proving wire fraud, securities fraud, etc. Like they have some sort of email link that shows that he was complicit, that he was aware, that he wasn't a goof, that he knew what he was doing. Because otherwise they would have actually waited longer to help build their case, interview more people, figure something out.
That's probably true. Yeah, that's probably true. They're probably not going to go after him until they know for sure they're going to get his ass.
So I think they actually have pretty concrete evidence. I don't know what his argument could be at this point. The evidence is getting out there. It doesn't help that when he declared bankruptcy, FTX was turned over to John J. Ray, the former person who did the Enron bankruptcy. Never in my career have I seen such an utter failure of corporate controls at every level of an organization. From the lack of financial statements to a complete failure of any internal controls or governance whatsoever. He is testifying tomorrow, and somehow they leaked his statement. I went through it. There's a lot to say here, but basically the main things is there are many things unknown at this stage and many questions remain. We know the following. First, customer assets from FTX.com were commingled with assets from the Alameda trading platform. Again, already that should be illegal. Second, Alameda used client funds to engage in margin trading, extremely risky debt-fueled trading. So taking your money that you deposited in a bank to be held safely and then punting it on incredibly risky crypto bets without your knowledge or consent. Again, illegal. And again,
look, the thing is, like, there's a big reason why this shit is illegal. Like, and there's a reason, like, because you've got to think about how laws are formed. The way that usually most laws are done is somebody does something and it's really bad. So then everybody else goes and they're like, well, let's not have anybody do this anymore. We had this happen before. Like, this happened all the time in, like, the 1800s, the fucking 1700s. Absolutely. Because, like, we've been through this whole thing. So, like, somebody says it's decentralized. Oh, it's like, this is whatever. I mean, like, man, there's a reason why there were rules. People don't learn? No, I think people do learn. That's why they're trying to take advantage of another unregulated market.
Very unlikely that Sam Bankman-Fried didn't know this was happening in the same building that he was having sex with half the people in. Very likely. It also mentions first that the FTX group went on a spending binge in late 2021 through 2022, during which they spent $5 billion on a myriad of businesses and investments, many of which may be worth only a fraction of what they paid. They were also just idiots, okay? They also took billions of dollars of customer money and punted it on either bad business investments, buying Miami Heat naming rights, buying TSM naming rights, buying Super Bowl commercials, buying Giselle and Tom Brady and basically ruining their marriage probably, buying Kevin O'Leary, the shark, to say nice things about him. Basically, they punted money on a million bad things with no near-term or long-term plan to get that money back. No,
I actually disagree with that. I think that what they were doing was very smart. They were trying to pay people that were established, that had credibility, to use that credibility to make FTX seem like it was more authentic and legitimate. And that way, all of the people that they're talking to they're buying legitimacy. And once they buy enough legitimacy, then everybody's using the website, and then they can use all of their money. Yeah, it's simple.
Solid business investment. So, again, you cannot take customer money and use it for those things. He looks like he's going down. Now, the fact that he's going down leads me to my next topic, which is what I'm a little bit nervous about. Again, I am no conspiracy nut, but being a crypto billionaire, former or otherwise, is not the safest occupation nowadays.
No,
Mr. Kullander here died at 30 a few days ago. This guy, Nikolai Mushagin, 29, died a few days ago. Yeah, Taran. So a Russian crypto tycoon, he died in a helicopter accident. Now, again, all of these seem to have innocent explanations, but 3 of them dying within a few days of each other, all in the crypto space, is odd. And Sam Bankman-Fried was a extremely connected, heavily political donating. The money trail for all of the money that he punted and distributed into the U.S. government is extensive. And so the fact that he's being arrested is amazing. And the next step that we should all keep our eye on this story and keep public pressure and keep attention on is that we want to see him testify. We want to hear more about what was going on.
I definitely want to see him testify because I can watch it for content. Yeah, absolutely. I think it'll be fucking hilarious. Yeah, almost like it's organized crime or something. Yeah, of course it is. This is what they're going to do. Like, I mean, obviously they're going to be cheating. Why wouldn't they cheat? It makes sense. It's Bill Clinton again? I don't know. It could be.
And who else was complicit? Because this is fraud that stinks to the top. And we don't want to see this guy end up somehow dying in jail. Okay, that is conspiracy or not. I don't want to see this guy just suddenly disappear and not get a chance to speak, and for prosecutors to get information out of him. That's the next step. That's what we're hoping to see. Again, regardless, I'm actually extremely pleased at how fast regulators have moved, given that what they had to build, the case they had to build, given the fact he was hiding in the Bahamas, given the fact that I'd go through all that. I
still can't believe this dude just went on so many of those like fucking Twitter spaces and just started talking. Like anything, like, listen, I can guarantee you what his lawyers said. They're like, bro, shut up. And then he's like, okay. It's like, all right, who wants to talk to me? Who wants to talk about? I gotta get something out. I gotta get something out here, right here. I gotta let people know, right? Yeah, of course.
Very happy day for me because I followed this story very closely and see this guy flout the fact that he has just ignored the law, ignored any sense of decency, ignored, any protocols or of good business sense, and just jump around interview to interview. It's amazing. It's awesome to see him arrested, and I'll be following up this story consistently.
The people that I really place fault in is like, yeah, SBF is just a clown, right? I mean, he's a fraudster, he's a clown, the guy's gonna go to jail and that's gonna be it. But what are these media companies doing writing puff pieces about him? Like, how is anybody taking these websites seriously ever again? It's astonishing that this happens.
On my Twitch channel, check out more and watch out for more YouTube videos. Thanks, guys, for watching, and let's keep an eye on this.
It's a good video. It's a great video. I'm going to link it for you guys. This is an Atriarch video. We've watched a couple of his videos. I'm not that familiar with his content, but we started watching a little bit more of it. I like his videos. They're short, they're sweet, they're to the point, and I think they're pretty well put together. So this is a great video. I'm going to give it a subscribe, give it a like. You guys should too. There's an unhinged dude that posted a video. Asmongold hurt my pit bull's feelings. What a loser. Well, I bet I did. I mean, like, I'm not going to worry about that. I mean, there's always going to be crazy people out there. In his defense, that he's so stupid that he couldn't have known. He's doing things that actively make him look more stupid. That's a really good point. So maybe he's trying to be so stupid that nobody can possibly blame anything on him because no person, like no normal person, would be able to be this dumb. So like all of those games he lost in League, this was all building to this moment. And he's going to go on the stand to be like, guys, I'm going to keep it real with y'all. I don't even really know what crypto is. I don't know how this shit happened. Like, I just like, I basically like, so like one day, like somebody was explaining it to me, and I thought it was a good idea. And like, I mean, after we've had 2 companies for it, like, I don't really even know what the fuck this shit is. So whenever you say fraud, how could you steal something that doesn't, because it's not like $1. So like, how could I ever defraud somebody if it doesn't exist? Ignorance is not innocence. But he can play that card. The thing is, yes, the modern spin on the insanity plea. Yeah, it's the stupidity plea. He's so dumb that he had no idea that any of this stuff was even happening. I think that's impressive. If he goes for that, I hope he does, because it'll be super fucking entertaining. I would love to see this, but I don't know if it's going to happen. I find it to be relatively unlikely that it will, but we'll have to wait and see.